find you a seat. Grab yourself a cup of Joe and put up your feet. Let's talk about the latest news and all about true crime. We can make a difference if we put in the time. Good evening, come and find you a seat. Grab yourself a cup of Joe and put up your feet. Let's talk about the latest news and all about true crime. We can make a difference if we put in the time. If we put in the time. Yeah. Good evening, come and find you a seat. Grab yourself a cup of Joe and put up your feet. Let's talk about the latest news and all about true crime. We can make a difference if we put in the time. Good evening, good evening.
Good evening, good evening. Hold on. Let me turn off. There's way too much light. Oh, that's too little. Technical difficulties. We'll work through them. We'll all get through it all together. Let's go there. We got the green screen centered now. That means I got to scoot over a little. So yeah, I've rebooted my laptop twice, and I guess that was the magic elixir to going live. Deb, you're welcome in here. Yeah, no, you're not a troll at all, Deb. You've been following this case from the beginning. Stay in here and watch. Brittany is supposed to be joining me in a little bit. She's on a little bit of a delay, which is perfectly fine because I have my own delays to deal with, and I appreciate everybody's patience. Detective's daughter, Trace on the case. Thank you all for hopping in here and helping mod. I think we got a couple of other mods in here too. Although I don't see them right now, but I know they're here. Liz, welcome in. Thank you for joining us. Obviously, this is all about justice for London. I'm going to point that camera down just a tad. Is that better? I feel like I'm bouncing around a little too much. Yeah, that's a little too much. Let's do this. There we go. I've got London Spot in the background. This case just keeps on going. Last week, there was a hearing for Jose, a plea hearing, and also a request to reduce his bail. And I had all of those court documents pulled up and ready to roll through, boom, 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 boom. And then I had to reboot my computer. So I'm going to have to pull those documents back up. But in the meantime, we have a special guest that's going to join us. Brittany, hi.
Hi. Sorry, I just got off.
Oh, gosh. You must have had a really long day.
I've had a really long day.
Yeah. So do you want to come back and join us when you get home, in 10 or 15 minutes or half?
No, I'm at home.
Oh, okay.
I'm just
All
sitting
right.
in the car. It's better here than anywhere else, so I just gonna sit.
Right. I get you. I get that totally. Uh, I had technical difficulties when I first started the live stream. My camera wouldn't work, and I rebooted my laptop twice
Oh
to get
no.
my. So then I lost all of my court docs for like the Jose hearing last week.
Oh, you don't have him?
I do have them, but I have to go like track them down because there was somebody else that showed up in court after him, right? That's
Right.
kind
Yeah.
of peripheral to the case, and we did like a half a day deep dive into that. Uh-oh, we lost Brittany. We lost Brittany. That's okay. That'll give me a chance to like look up my court documents.
Sorry.
It's
I do
it's
I do that once every time.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Technology is great when it works, but when it doesn't, not so much.
So just to start things off with an interesting start, I haven't even got to tell you yet, but Jose's lawyer tried to offer a plea deal, and I don't know. I kind of have. I need to know know what to do by tomorrow, but I can't decide if I'm like happy with it or not happy. I'm not happy with it, but I'm not sure exactly like what I want to do. But he did reach out and like ask for some type of plea deal. So
Wow. That's huge.
yeah. So I'm trying to decide. He has 10 years on the books. So I was trying to understand some of this stuff. So he has 10 years on the books, and the plea deal, am I allowed to say the plea deal, Joe? If it was the deal, like before court?
I think that's up to you.
Is it gonna run anything or
I don't. Wow. You're
I don't
coming in hard, like right off the bat.
I know I wanted to tell you, but I haven't had a chance to tell you anyway, so
Honestly, I think you should probably keep it to yourself.
okay. Yeah, because that's just what he's offering right now, but it's less than the 10 years.
So he has 10 years served on the books?
No, he has
You mean
10 years probation. Like 10 years, that's just how Buddy had put it. But 10 years revoked, like, or whatever. Like if he got in trouble.
He got a 7-year deferred sentence in April.
Oh, why? I don't know what he was talking about 10 years.
I don't know either.
Or maybe that's what he's expected, or like max or something. I'm not sure what that was about, but yeah, it was just kind of interesting for that to happen. So but the thing is like there's no charges for London. And
right.
So
no.
I was really upset. And he was saying this is all because of London. Like this is why we're doing it, is for London. He was like, there's no, because I was like, yeah, but we're literally saying chickens and some marijuana is worth charges, but not London. And he was saying that they aren't doing the charges at this court. Like those aren't the people. Like that happened in Grant County and the other county. He's like, this is just to revoke his
revoke his deferred sentence. Right.
Yeah. And he's like, so there's no one thing or the other. He was like, these are all together to show that he's not following the rules and this and that. And I was like, but I want him to have a charge for London. Like,
yeah. Multiple charges. Multiple charges.
Yeah, and there's just this part. I gotta take my earrings out. There's just this part of me that is just does not. I'm so tired of Jose getting slapped on the wrist. You know what I mean? Like, he's already, like, there's already other evidence of him, I think when he was 18, assaulting a minor girl, and, like, you know, he's clearly under the scope for the, you know, involvement in a 16-year-old's death, and he's still out there causing trouble. They didn't learn he didn't learn his lesson at all, and I'm so tired of just watching him get away with stuff. Like, this is ridiculous.
Right. And local PD knows about him. When I interviewed Scott Hedrick, the Hooker PD chief, back in October, he knows about Jose. He knows that because he interviewed him, and he's the one that wrote the probable cause affidavit that we still haven't looked at, and I had pulled up to review tonight. But
okay,
yes, according to the OSCN, there have been no charges filed in London's case against Jose. None. Zero, zip, zilch.
yeah, and so, like, he was trying to tell me, like, if we filed charges separately against him, then he could only, picking up a minor and, you know, drinking with her or whatever could only be, like, sentenced as misdemeanors or something, and he won't get very much time. But I'm like,
okay,
why can't we use the same, like, the charge from the chicken, the marijuana, and London to show that his his deferment needs to be revoked? Like,
right.
why does that have to be a separate charge? Like, and why can't they add those charges on later? Can they?
They can, yeah. There's no double jeopardy clause for charges that haven't been filed yet. And what about transporting a minor across state lines? He admitted they went to Perrington, Texas. Like, what about that?
Yeah, well, he mentioned that that Jose could get in trouble for crossing the state line because that's against his probation. I'm like, what about taking my child across the state line? Like, I'm just so I'm about to lose it. Like, Joe, I'm about to get pissed off again, and that's what is, like, where I'm headed. I'm trying to keep it under control right now because I'm furious right now.
I get it. And I didn't even know London, and it pisses me off like you wouldn't believe. It's unreal. It's unreal. The amount of either being inept or being corrupt in the law enforcement in the Panhandle is just mind-boggling to me. It really is. And they haven't. So, do you want to look up that probable cause affidavit from Scott Hedrick? Yeah, because
I just wanted to tell you real quick, but
no. It matches my interview with him perfectly. But it just goes to show that he was being honest with me when I interviewed him. He said, I'm working on probable cause affidavit. He did file a probable cause affidavit, but that was in Hooker. So that's Texas County. That's not even Beaver County. So
I think they're going to use that Scott Hedrick's arrest affidavit in court Monday.
In the evidentiary hearing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's there are no subpoenas that have been filed in that, so we're not going to hear like eyewitness testimony like we did on February 6th for Braden's hearing, right?
Which is interesting because when I was at court, I heard Parker say that he was going to have about 4.
He was going to have 4 witnesses?
Yeah.
How can you have 4 witnesses if you haven't subpoenaed anybody?
And like, that's the thing, like, that's what he said, about 4, and then the defense said they were going to have about 2, which is why they scheduled a full day. I know
Monday is supposed to be a full day of court.
Yeah. And I know Agent Beck will be there.
Holy cow.
He's one of them. But he hasn't even been subpoenaed, so
I don't understand how you plan on having a full day without any subpoenas being sent.
And that's where
Let
I'm
me see.
starting to really get frustrated. Is like, it's just like, I feel like London's case is like, you ever have like homework, like a homework project that you just really don't want to do, and you do it last minute and you just hope you pass? Like, that's how I feel like they're treating London's death.
And
At
that,
this
and that's,
point, I think they know that I was, I was really trying to help her, and it wasn't like, so I think he's gotten over that. I just, like, I'm hurt. I hurt for London. Like, I feel like I hurt for London, and I'm just glad she's not here to, I just hate that she's not being treated like I feel like her life matters as much as and I know I'm her mom, but like, it's just like, I'm just upset about it.
it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Make it make sense. And they can't. They can't make sense of it.
I asked them, like, I was like really upset. I was like, this is a big decision, and I asked him, I said, if this was your daughter, would you be happy and content with that charge? And he sat there for a minute, and he was like, I was like, would you feel like that was worth I said, do you feel like that would be worth the value of your daughter's life? And he sat there for a minute, and he said, no, and Lyndon's life is worth more than that. And so, I mean, I got him to acknowledge that, but I think I mean, a lot of times I do hit these people with, what if this was your kid? Like, would you be satisfied with the job that you're doing right now and what you've done if this was your child? And they really do struggle to answer that, because they know the answer to that.
Yeah. And that is the relevant question in all of this.
Yeah.
Like, would you, if it was your child, would you be happy with the level of effort that you've gone to in this?
Right.
That's the relevant question. I love that. I love the way you phrase that.
Yeah. Okay. Let me get back to the, sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. You're being real with us, and we need it, and London needs it. It's so frustrating. So if he's so quick to offer a plea deal, how strong is their case? Is it stronger than we think it is? If he's willing to settle for a plea deal right now for Jose.
Well, it was, oh, you mean, well, okay, so I guess he told him no at first, but he told the lawyer no. And then he said he thought about it for a few days, and he's like, well, I need to include the family anyway. He's
Yes,
like,
he does.
so, yeah. So
Yeah.
he's like, I needed to talk to you. He's like, and I started thinking, like, if we offer this, then there's a guarantee that this is what it's going to be. And he's like, but if we wait and we do the other one, he's like, depending on the judge, he was like, in the cities, there's lots of them that revoke the entire thing. And he was like, but, around here, they don't always revoke the whole thing, which I 100% see. Like, I can totally see that, because, I mean,
well, that's already happened for Jose. He did a plea deal. He was charged with 9 charges in that 2023 felony case. 9 charges, and 4 of them were revoked by Judge Cash, by Abby Cash. She revoked 4 of them. And then the other 4 were pled out, and he only had to plead to 1 felony out of 9 counts. He pled to 1. Mm-hmm. He originally pled guilty to 4 charges for 27 years. 27 years he was sentenced to originally. And then Judge Abby Cash revoked all of those, and then they reheard it, and he was only sentenced on the 1 charge. for 7 years deferred.
Well, like, my hope is that Abby can see that, she did this, and literally 4 months later, he's involved in some way with a 16-year-old's death. Honestly, to give him another chance would be absolutely insane. Like, I think that would, like, really make me be like, what the F is going on around here? Like, he's still committing crimes in between this. Like, how many chances do you give somebody? Like, I don't know if I haven't got, like, a deep interaction with him. I don't know if he has some charm about him or what, but, like, I have no idea why they keep giving him chances. Like, hopefully this would be it. But I'm not going to lie, the way that they seem so comfortable down there, that's what makes me nervous. Like, that's what makes me nervous, is the comfortableness down there and the way that they've already kind of slapped him on the wrist for things that were pretty major.
Right. And the fact that his attorney is coming through with a plea offer already, like right off the bat. And that's just for the 2023 offer to revoke or motion to revoke, petition to revoke, whatever it is that Buddy filed. Like, that's not anything to do with London. There are no charges that have been filed in London's case against Jose. And he has admitted to an OSBI officer.
And me, and I literally have it on tape.
Yeah. He's admitted his involvement. And he was one of the last people to see her alive. And to just get off scot-free with a plea agreement that would be so frustrating.
I want that charge. I want him to remember London. I want him to have to remember London. I don't want him to be able to go be like, oh, I got away with that. No, I don't, because he really didn't. He really didn't. And but he's going to, like, I don't know. I forgot what I said. I was reading the comment, but,
do you see that comment right there?
Yeah, I've literally wondered that.
I think we all have.
Yeah.
Because he's in prison for 4 charges with 27 years, and then all of a sudden they all get revoked and he gets out and pleads to 1 charge, 7 years deferred. Like, what's going on?
Yeah, that's why I was like, if they really look at him and be like, all right, we're going to give you one more chance after being involved in this. If you thought I threw a fit before, I'm about to throw a big fit, because I don't understand, like, how anybody could literally see that and then that they let him go. And then 4 months later, I mean, this isn't a small thing, like, and it's just, I just am like, that's my fear, is that they're just going to let him go or give him some small case, because because they have the deal where, he's not going to serve all of that.
No.
Like, even if he got so even if he got that, he's not going to serve all of that. And Buddy was telling me about how when it takes them about a year to reach a level 4 in the prison. And once they reach level 4, they get 4 years off for every 1 year they've served.
What?
Yeah.
What? That's nuts.
So whether I took the max that they're going for or this plea deal, the only difference would be 9 months. So
and no charges in London's case. I think that's the part that sticks in my craw. Like, that's the part that I have a major problem with, is no charges in London's case. Come on.
That's what really bothers me too. Like, at first he was going to be used as a witness. Then he's not used as a witness. And so it's like, now what are we doing? Like, cause that didn't work out. But like I've told Buddy, I was like, he's like, we don't have the murder. we can't charge him with murder. That's whatever. And I was like, who even said that I want him charged with murder? I was like, I want him charged with something. And you're telling me that there's no crimes that have been committed, but there has been. You know what I mean? And if you could contribute that to them, I don't know what it takes, but if you could contribute that towards murder, then that would be great. But I don't think letting him not have any charges for London is okay. Whether he gets accelerated or not, because he was going to get accelerated for the chicken fighting and the marijuana anyway.
Right. Possession of a controlled substance.
So that's what makes me wonder if like he decided he didn't want to be a witness because he was going to get in trouble anyway, and he didn't want to like tell on Braden.
Well, in court on February 6th, Buddy Leach said, I interviewed him yesterday, so that would have been February 5th, and he said he was going to come into court and lie. So I told him not to bother coming in.
Yeah, he's I think he upset him. So
yeah. That upset the judge too, though. She's like, make him come in anyway. Make him lie on the stand. We'll charge him with that. And I agree with that. Like, make him come in and perjure himself.
Would she, though? Do you think she'd really, do you think she'd really, do something if Jose came in and lied on the stand?
Well, that would be up to the prosecutor. That'd be up to Buddy Leach and Parker Olmsted to charge him with perjury. And then they would have to prove that he perjured himself. So, yeah, it's multi-layered. Yeah. There's so many layers to this. And if he's a key state witness, like other key state witnesses, if he lies on the stand, how believable is he to a jury? You know, that's a tough one. And that's one that you have to think about a little bit. And Buddy Leach has to think about a little bit. If you bring somebody up that's a state witness and the defense can prove that they're lying, what effect will that have on a jury?
I think that's why Buddy was just like, no, that's not going to be beneficial. But, like I made in that one comment, Jose did have a pretty good deal, at first. So he chose, people were like, with Jose, I'm like, Jose put himself in there. He chose not to testify. He chose to want to lie. He put himself in there. He put himself in there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So.
I think I found one of the documents. Okay, so this is a week ago. So March 10th, Tuesday, March 10th, when you were in court. This is the record of proceedings in open court. This is when Jose made an appearance. So it's just really brief. It's just one page. But you might have some thoughts on it if you want to look at this real quick with me, with us. Hold on. We're going to share it. There we go.
I will say Judge Parsley was pretty quick to deny him his bond reduction. So that was pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he mentioned with the seriousness of the crimes, I'm going to deny that. So, that made me a little bit hopeful that he at least sees the seriousness of the crimes. And I'm taking it, he's not talking about selling chickens or fighting chickens. So.
Can I say it? I want to say it.
I'm trying real hard to make sure I say the right word.
I actually had a really good friend who raised chickens who are normally bred for that, and it was a moral dilemma that I had with him from time to time, because that's not okay. But it's a ethnicity thing, right? It's something that they do. Yes, just call me Kim. Yep, me too.
Yeah. But I just told him, I was like, there's something devaluing about him getting in trouble for chickens, but not getting in trouble for London.
Right. Yes. Thank you.
I was like, I said that. I said, do you hear how insane that sounds? I was like, that's like saying her life is less than some, I almost said a bad word. Life is less than some chickens. Like the judge there took that more serious than what I feel like London's being taken serious.
Yeah. Yeah, so we have to keep focusing on it. We have to keep focusing on getting justice for London.
Yeah.
Because we're not done yet. Like a plea deal offer, we're not done yet. We're not done yet. Not anywhere close. All right. So this is what happened a week ago when you came to Beaver. Record of proceedings in open court, felony. Parker Olmsted represented the state. Court reporter was Mary Purdy. Very nice lady. Defendant appears in open court in person and represented by his private attorney, Ryan Lowenstern.
Wait,
admitted
what?
his.
Oh, wait, Jose. Yeah, sorry, I was thinking wrong.
Yeah. We're on Jose now. Jose's plea hearing and bond reduction request. Admitted his true name as charged. So here's something that was interesting to me. So if you look up here, you have Jose Minjares-Luna with a dash between the Minjares and Luna. Well, he has a case in Grant County. I think that was the chicken fighting case where they put the dash in between Isaias and Minjares. And then there's no dash between Minjares and Luna. So I didn't see that case for the longest time. And then I looked up Jose Luna, and then his Grant County case shows up because they put the dash in between Isaias and Minjares.
And that threw it off.
Yeah, we found it. He can read and write. He has not consumed alcoholic beverages or drugs in the last 24 hours. Understands the charges pending against him at the time of the arraignment. Defendant advised the court that he had received a copy of the amended information. He did understand the nature of the charges. He was advised by the court of his constitutional rights. He waived his right to 24 hours. He entered, this is the big one right here. Defendant entered a plea of not guilty to the amended application to accelerate the deferred sentence. Bail was argued to reduce to $80,000. The state objects to the bail reduction. Bail is ordered to remain at $150,000. This case is set for evidentiary hearing on amended application to revoke on March 23rd. So that's next Monday morning. Mm-hmm. Bond continued as previously set. So he applied to have his bond reduced significantly, almost by half, and the judge said no.
Yeah. Which, I mean, that's smart, because what do you think he's about to do? Like, it's... I don't know.
Well, he's already shown what he'll do when he's out on bond.
Yeah. And, I'm really I am disappointed in Jose, because he is the one that reached out to me first, and seemed concerned about London, and after, because I do believe that Braden lied to him at first, but then I also am realizing I don't think he gave a crap about London, and he was more worried about himself and the truck and stuff, because for him to get up there and say he was going to lie and stuff that really ticked me off, because there was some part of me that's Jose's going to possibly do the right thing, and be a witness, and no. So.
Well, he's got his grapes in a nut. Because he's on a deferred 7-year sentence and he can't get in trouble, but he's been causing trouble. He mm-hmm. picked up a minor in Hooker, Oklahoma. He took her across state lines. He partied with her all weekend long. And then he gave his car keys to Braden Brown, who promised to take her home and didn't take her home.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I found Scott Hedrick's probable cause affidavit. Do you want to read through that with me?
Yeah.
I feel a little bit vindicated because some of the things in his probable cause affidavit are a little bit different than other facts that we've heard in the case. But I know that I was paying attention when he and I talked, and I didn't record our interview, and I wish I would have, but I didn't record our interview. But his probable cause affidavit reflects very accurately what he told me when we talked in the Hooker police department in October. So,
well, Jose and Braden have a different story every time they tell it. So,
right, and so when it comes to plea hearings or plea deals, that's an issue, right? Because the prosecutor has to figure out what they think they can prove to a jury and what a jury will believe. So if Jose and Braden and Deputy Johnston all have different stories, then what can we get a jury to believe? And that's a consideration.
The jury would see that they've told the story 6 different times and that they're liars is what I would assume right away. That's what I would think as a jury. I'd be like, why are they lying? Like,
yeah, exactly.
They're liars. I can't trust them.
And that's what the defense is going to focus on too. So we've already started going through this application to accelerate deferred sentence. So this is for Jose, and this is a document prepared by Buddy Leach. Oh, but signed by Parker Olmsted. That's interesting. I didn't see that before. Check that out.
Oh.
Signed by Parker Olmsted. 13th day of February, 2026. So this is a week after the hearing. Witnesses is endorsed for the state. Special Agent Ryan Beck, Scott Hedrick of Hooker Police Department, Grady Creed of Woodward, Darren Lakely of Woodward, Daniel Hicks of Grant County, Matthew Miller of Grant County, and then Jay Custar. That's PNP is probably probation and parole supervisor, Department of Corrections. Yeah. Kevin McIntyre, District 1 Narcotics Task Force, Darlene Drew, District Attorney. But we've been through a lot of this, but I want to get down to Scott Hedrick's probable cause affidavit.
I think, that's frustrating because I feel like there could be a lot more witnesses on these.
Yeah, I mean, if you just read the probable cause affidavit from Special Agent Ryan Beck of the events that Jose and Braden both testified to or both told him about that night, there were other encounters with other people immediately after the vehicle got stranded. So why aren't those witnesses on this list?
I mean, because it's for Jose, and I really don't think they're trying real hard to charge anybody for London's case. I think it's easier for them to try to use this deferred and put him in there than, but I don't know,
So, one of the bigger cases that was on trial this week or last week had a private investigator that investigated a case, and he was on the stand testifying, and he said he interviewed somewhere between 40 and 50 witnesses.
Who said that?
Case. That I think that was in Corey Richard's case.
Oh, I thought you were gonna. I was like, that is not true. I thought you were talking about.
No, not in London's case. That was a completely different case. It was one of the big true crime cases that's all over the interwebs. I think it was Corey Richards. There was a private investigator, and he's like, I interviewed somewhere between 40 and 50 witnesses. And I'm like, that sounds about right. And it was kind of similar to this because it was a poisoning case. It wasn't like a violent attack or anything like that. It was a poisoning case. So he went through, he was hired by the Richens family to investigate, and he interviewed somewhere between 40 and 50 witnesses. And that seems appropriate, probably a few less in this case because it's rural Oklahoma. But there are people that were involved that it seems like they should probably have been interviewed in this case.
Yeah.
And I'll just leave it at that.
Well, when this is all over, I promise I'm going to air all the things I found out myself, just because I want people to know that there was so much more to this than what is being brought into the court case. Since I got it myself, I feel like I have the right to put it out there. So yeah. I'm just not doing it yet because I don't want to mess up the case. But when this is all done, I plan on doing something myself where I explain what I have, and I have a lot, and the truth. Like, I just want the, like, more being out. I want the whole truth out there, and not just the surface stuff that they're just trying to bring up. Like,
yeah. It really sucks that you have to be your own private investigator.
Yeah.
Like, you have to do your own investigation into your daughter's death.
I'd like to think that they're going to take the time and be serious. And, like, I've had a lot of faith and trying to have a lot of faith, and it's just not happening. Like, I'm really disappointed. I don't think I'm serious, and I don't think that anyone's about to take the time or anything. I don't know. Like, I'm
right,
so
and
at this point,
and the fact that a plea deal was offered already, like this early on, without any charges being filed in London's case, I think speaks volumes. Like, that's wow, that's huge news. That's huge.
Yeah.
All right, this is Hooker PD Chief Scott Hedrick's probable cause affidavit. When I interviewed him in October, he said, I'm working on a probable cause affidavit for Jose. And he is true to his word in this. And if you look at this page right here, it says Hooker, Texas County, Oklahoma. So Jose's current case from 2023 is in Beaver County, Oklahoma. So this has nothing to do with that, except that it speaks to the fact that he violated the terms of his deferred sentence. Yeah. But there have been no charges filed against Jose in Texas County, Oklahoma. Why not? I'm just going to say that. I'm going to drop that right there. It's a microphone drop. Why not? Why don't we see any charges filed in Texas County, Oklahoma in London's case? Facts and circumstance that support probable cause to arrest the above named person are: on June 5th at approximately 1300 hours, so that's 1 p.m., Jose picked up a 16-year-old juvenile female, London Valdez. We know that was actually more like 11 o'clock in the morning, not 1 p.m. At least I believe, according to other court documents, it was 11 a.m., not 1 p.m. But it's still within a 2-hour period, right? Like sometime around noon, just before, just after noon. In Hooker, Oklahoma, the residence is owned by London's grandmother. According to Jose, he came over, like he had several times before, to pick up London to, quote, hang out. This particular date above, oh, hold on.
Those times that he hung out, he also did not have permission.
So do we know how far back that history goes? Because if you look at his court documents, he was released from prison all the way back in January. I think January 22nd, he was released from prison on his own recognizance, on a personal recognizance bond.
London's issue started around February.
Coincidence? Did anybody hear of somebody named Jose hanging out with her like back then?
Yeah.
So he gets out of
Right.
prison, and
So,
within a month or so, he's hanging out with London.
yeah.
Maybe, allegedly.
And yeah. Well, we called him, like, there was one time where my mom heard his name, and we called him, you know, there was a moment where, you know, like, he picked her up or whatever before, but I'm pretty sure it was him, and he didn't have permission.
Right, of course not.
Yeah. And he tries to say he shook my stepdad's hand or whatever, and I don't know if that's true or not, but if he did, Randy doesn't know who he is. He probably just thought, you know what I mean? Like, so
Right.
I don't know if that's true. But even if they did know who he is, my mom didn't give London permission to leave, and London left without permission, and he didn't ask either, that's still not okay.
No. It's an adult male with a 16-year-old.
Yeah.
And when was her birthday? When did she turn 16?
July 14th. She was actually going to turn 17.
Wow. So she was 16, but she was 16 and he was an adult male.
Yeah. And I know that's why the defense tried to argue she was 17 years old. Well, you know, there's a reason. Like, I wasn't even doing the same stuff at 18 that I was doing at 6. Like, there's not a lot of maturity growth, but there is maturity growth. Like, and like, just being in the field that I'm in, I understand how the development of the brain works. Like, they're still developing their self-concept, their frontal cord, you know, the frontal lobe is still developing, and that's what tells you what's right from wrong. That's what helps you outweigh your consequences. That's what makes a lot of teenagers make stupid decisions and reckless decisions. I know I made a few, and I actually consider myself somewhat of a decent kid, like, as far as getting in trouble, but I still made some pretty some pretty big mistakes, just like a lot of the other people I know. Like, most people don't make the best decisions at 16 all the time. But I really think that, like, she was, you know, just didn't outweigh the consequences of her actions, just really.
Right. And that's why there are laws that set that threshold at 18. When you turn 18, you become a legal adult and you're held legally responsible for your actions or misactions in this case. And both of those guys, Braden and Jose, were both over the age of 18.
Yeah.
And should be held accountable.
Yeah.
And a plea deal when there haven't even been any charges filed is just, okay, go ahead and agree to the plea deal on the 2023 case. Go ahead and agree to that, Buddy Leach. That's okay. But file charges in London's case.
That's all that's like all I want is something. I don't want him, like, and like Buddy's telling me, he's like, this is because of London though. And I'm like, but it doesn't seem like it. You know, so
not with no charges filed. Like, he has had an interview with the OSBI, and he admitted in that interview where he was free to go. He wasn't in custody, so it's admissible in court. He admitted to committing crimes with London and Braden in that 2.5 day span. Like, he admitted to it. How are no charges filed? So maybe after this evidentiary hearing on next Monday, maybe he'll consider filing charges in London's case. I sure hope so.
Yeah. I hope so. I don't know. You never know. That's the thing with this case, is like, you just really don't know if something's going to happen or nothing's going to happen. So
yeah, and we didn't know until Up and until Braden Brown was charged on October 30th, we didn't know if anybody was going to be charged, because I talked with the OSBI public information manager, and he said, we have no suspects or persons of interest. And we were all like blown away, like, for real? But clearly either he didn't know about it or he was deceiving us, because then within a month and a half or so, they did file charges against Braden Brown. So
Right.
hopefully it's the same deal with Jose. I mean, he admitted to it in an interview with the OSBI. He admitted to it.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to keep reading this probable cause affidavit from Hooker PD Chief Scott Hedrick. He came over several times to hang out. He picked up London. They drove around Hooker. Jose advised that he called his boss because they were supposed to take a semi to Nebraska. He advised doing hot shots transport is how he makes his money. His boss told him they were not going to go to Nebraska. This is exactly what Scott Hedrick told me in that interview in October. So he got upset and he called a friend in Hardesty, Oklahoma, who told him to come and hang out. So he took London to go hang out. They went to Optima Lake and were hanging out on the spillway. He showed me a short video of the spillway, and I could see London approximately 100 feet from him standing on the side of the spillway. So there's video evidence of Jose and London at Optima Lake.
Yeah.
They hung out at the lake for a few hours and then took his friends back to Hardesty. And then they drove to Beaver, where they met with Braden Brown at Braden's residence. I thought that was in Woodward.
No, they went to his dad lives. He was living with his dad at first.
Okay.
His dad lives in Beaver.
Right. I get that. I get it all confused.
His dad kicked him out after all this, and then he went and stayed with his mom.
Okay. They partied and drank at Braden's house all night on Thursday night, and then they advised they woke up Friday afternoon, 2 p.m., already left the house. He contacted Braden, and Braden had went to Woodward to his mother's house. So Jose advised that he and London went to Woodward and went to Braden's mother's house and got there about 8 p.m. They hung out and partied with Braden's mother and her boyfriend. So there were two.
Exactly. There was a witness that lived there too that they know about. Like, interview him. There was another witness there that I gave him and interview her. Like, nope, nobody.
These are material witnesses.
Yeah.
These are material witnesses to facts leading up to the death of London Valdez.
You notice how Jose left out anything about Parrington, though.
Right. So Jose advised when they woke up Saturday morning, he was contacted by a buddy of his that was in Guyman, and he wanted Jose to come hang out, and Jose said, okay. So all three of them left Woodward and went to Beaver, picked up his father's vehicle. They had been driving his mother's black Toyota Corolla. Didn't you get like a Snapchat picture of them in the Toyota Corolla?
Yep. London happened to take a snap from the back. So, and that's how I found out in the first place that it was a different car than a Subaru. And I was like, that's the car that Jose's mom drove him to the police station. Because remember, I drove all the way from Ponca City to Hooker just to make sure Jose talked to Scott Hedrick. And so when I seen him, he drove by and I was pointing at the police station, but his mom was driving and she was in that black four-door car. And that's the one they're in the snap.
And is that supposedly where London's backpack was?
Yep. No, phone. Yeah, phone.
Oh, her phone. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So many details. So many
I've
details.
heard from Jose and Braden, and I have proof of these. First, it was according to Braden, London left her phone and her backpack in the car, and she couldn't find it, so they just left. I know that's a lie because my 16-year-old daughter is not going to leave her phone. I promise. I don't, unless she was already that messed up. Like if she was so drunk that or messed up that she lost her phone, you know what I mean? But I really highly doubt that. Like I feel like London, no matter what, would be like, I need my phone and my backpack. I can't just see her
Yeah.
being like, oh well, just leave it. Like,
I don't know any kids that leave their phone behind these days. Like the phone
right?
is like constantly in your hand.
Yeah. So that's hard to believe.
All right. So when they got his father's car, they headed to Guyman, Oklahoma to meet with his friends. They got to Guyman around 2 p.m., met with his friend at the Quality Inn, got out, and his friend was parked by the alley. He talked to his friend. His friend wanted him to go with him. So he said, I'm going to go party with my friend. Jose advised he went back to his father's vehicle to get his charger, and Braden Brown got into the driver's seat of his father's vehicle. Okay. There was no discussion before that. Like Braden just got up and like sat in the driver's seat. No, they had a chat. He told Jose, this is crucial though. This is crucial, and this is crucial to the legal argument that Buddy made on February 6th. Braden got into the driver's seat and told Jose he was going to take London home. So he is assuming control of a minor at that point. And that's a huge legal argument. And that was one that went the way of the prosecutor on February 6th. Because Braden could have said at that point in time, hey, I want nothing to do with this chick. Like if you're going to, oh no.
Yeah.
my camera just recognized my hand signal. I got to turn it off. There we go.
Oh, I can still see you.
Braden could have said, no, I want nothing to do with being responsible for her. You take her home. And because it was Jose's vehicle, I think Jose had responsible charge of her at that point. But he passed off responsible charge of London to Braden at that point. One adult male to another adult male. Here are the keys to my car. This car has a 16-year-old girl in it. Braden said, I'm going to take her home. He didn't take her home. He drove right past her home.
And they were, from the sounds of it, they had went to hook her a few times. So, I mean, it's not like they couldn't have just dropped her off one of those times or just even outside the house or.
Yeah, they went past the house. They went past the house like 3 times in the 2.5 days, at least 3 times.
Yeah. So if they were really worried about it, they could have been like, no, man, you need to get out.
Yep.
Time to go home. Like, nope, it was a choice. They kept her.
Jose advised that he went and got in with his friend, and they went to Kansas, Hugoton, Kansas. I'm not familiar with that town. Later in the same day, he went to Perryton, Texas, and then back to Guyman, Oklahoma.
Oh, so he does. I forgot it does mention that in there.
Right, but that's after he passed off London to Braden, but Special Agent Beck's probable cause affidavit said they all 3 went to Perryton, Texas together.
They did.
Yeah.
And I think they went more than once.
Okay.
I think so they went twice.
First time maybe they got meth, or the first time they didn't, and they said come back. The second time they didn't, who knows?
Yeah.
Jose advised that his friend had a room at the Quality Inn in Guyman. That's where he stayed until Sunday morning. On Sunday morning, he attempted to get in touch with Braden to come to Guyman because Braden had his vehicle. Actually, it was his dad's vehicle.
Yeah.
Jose advised that he could not get a hold of Braden Brown, nor could he get in touch with London. He advised that he then had his friend drive him over to Hooker to London's house, thinking London might have his vehicle. Why would he think that London would have his vehicle?
Because I bet Braden told him that she did.
Or he told her that she had to. All right, I'm going to stop right there.
Yeah, I know what you're
Yep. Something else that might have been inside the vehicle of $5,000 value.
Yeah.
Jose advised he knocked on the door of London's grandmother's house, but no one answered. And his father's vehicle was not parked there, so he had his friend take him back to Beaver to Braden's house. All right, we have one more paragraph to go. Wait, that's signed Scott Hedrick, number 86, badge number 86. Oh, wow. I didn't know that. Anyway, last paragraph. Jose advised that when he met up with Braden, that Braden told him he wrecked Jose's dad's vehicle and got it stuck on a dirt road out by some of his granddad's land. That's interesting.
Out by some of his granddad's land?
That's what it says.
Yeah, that Jose's grandpa's land got brought up multiple times. I was told they went and questioned Grandpa, and Grandpa said, nope, I didn't notice anything. And I guarantee you they were like, okay. I feel like Braden was taking London out to his grandpa's land.
Right. Yeah.
And got stuck.
Yeah. So Braden's, for everybody's reference, Braden's grandfather's land is on the north side of Forgan, northeast of Forgan, and the truck was stuck southwest of Forgan. So he was lost and or drunk and or high and or whatever. But he was on the wrong side of Forgan when he got Jose's father's vehicle stuck.
And there's always going to be that question for me about what the hell he was doing in that 2.5 hours before that guy called the police, between when the vehicle was wrecked and when the police were called there. It's missing 2.5 hours.
Yeah, we have the call logs to go over together someday. Not tonight, but someday. Yeah. We have those call logs to go over.
And I almost think he was walking.
So Braden told him he wrecked his dad's vehicle, got it stuck on a dirt road by out by some of his granddad's land. Jose advised that his brother, Braden's brother, and a couple of friends had went out and found the vehicle and got it unstuck, and it was dirty. Okay, when you get a vehicle stuck on a dirt road, it usually ends up dirty. But we have Braden's brother listed in there. And that's an interesting reference because somebody made a court appearance after Jose a week ago.
Yep, Truesdale.
Mr. Hunter Truesdale. We have your court documents. We're not going to look at them tonight because it's just going to take too long.
Yeah.
But he's...
So now there's 3 of them in jail together.
Right. Yes. Hunter Truesdale was arrested for trying to pass the end of February for trying to pass counterfeit $100 bills at the Beaver Dollar General.
Yeah. Now, I don't know if that is the right brother, but
if it was the same one, right.
They used to be related to Braden. So
right. They're both, but so the Hunter has another brother. So I did a whole deep dive. I went down a rabbit hole this week and I pulled up a whole bunch of court documents. So Braden's mother, Joanna, was married to a man named Truesdale back in the early 2000s. She had 2 sons. One of them is Hunter, who appeared in court after Jose last March the 13th. Was that the 13th or the 10th? Whatever day it was last week.
Yeah.
We don't know if that's the same brother that is in this probable cause affidavit, because there were 2 half-brothers, step-brothers, whatever you want to call them, that Braden had. Because after Joanna divorced Mr. Truesdale, then she married Leo Brown, who is Braden's father, who lives in Beaver.
Yeah.
So it just keeps going. It just keeps going and going and going. So we don't know if it was Hunter or the other stepbrother that went and helped get Jose's vehicle out of the dirt road.
I almost wonder if it's the other stepbrother that I seen on there. But when the judge was saying something about, so Truesdale's going to have a court the next day after Jose. So Jose's is Monday, Hunter's is Tuesday. But while he was doing that, I heard him say, "Oh, for London." And so I don't know. I'm curious to see. Sorry.
Oh, gosh. Ashley knows something. She says Zach is a good kid. Hunter is the POS that shot the dad. Hunter is the one that had an appearance last week and will have another appearance in the near future on the passing the counterfeit $100 bills at Dollar General. Ashley has the T. She spelled the T.
I can't read it. What is it saying?
Oh, hold on. Ashley says Zach is a good kid. Hunter is the POS that shot the dad.
Yeah.
And that's the one that appeared last week.
I think Zach, and Zach also helped pull pretty sure, actually, I'm not sure. I thought Zach helped pull the truck out. There was multiple people that pulled the truck out. So.
Right. It says Jose's brother and Braden's brother tried to pull the truck out, or helped to pull the truck out.
Is there a Tristan Truesdale or a Caleb?
I think we did find a Tristan when we went into the court documents. I'm not sure if I found a Zach.
Zach, whenever I looked up Zach, I thought he went by Zach Brown, but on Facebook.
Oh, is that Braden's little brother then?
No, that's Kaysen.
Oh, right. Gosh.
Zach is Zach.
I can't keep all of it straight.
But when I looked it up on Facebook, he was going by Zach Brown at the time.
Okay, Ashley says Tristan is Zach.
Tristan is Zach? Okay, so he's the one that's going to be a witness. Or they used that they interviewed. I don't know if he's going to be a witness, but that's the one that they interviewed was Zach.
It just...
And I believe that.
Yeah. Right. I believe in giving people the benefit of the doubt, but I also believe in trust but verify.
Yeah. Like I do have a feeling, Braden probably, I got this vehicle stuck, come help me. Like I'm sure he wasn't like I honestly I don't know, but
right. At that point, why would you assume that a stuck vehicle has anything to do with London's disappearance?
Right.
For most people, except for Braden and Jose.
However, I wish that maybe when everything started coming out, maybe, I don't know. I guess they did interview him. I was going to say it might have been like, maybe like the Good Samaritan thing to be like, oh, hey, my brother actually was out there. You know what I mean? So, but I know that would be a hard decision to be like, I actually helped my brother get this truck unstuck out there.
Right.
So,
right.
But yeah, no, the ones that helped get the vehicle unstuck, I mean, I really don't think that, they probably were just trying to help.
Right. I don't assume ill will for most of them.
Yeah.
But Jose and Braden have culpability.
Oh, yeah.
And maybe certain police officers that responded to that
Yeah.
on the 7th. Okay. Jose advised that when he met up with Braden, he wrecked his dad's vehicle, got it stuck on a dirt road. He advised his brother. Jose advised that his brother, Braden's brother, and a couple of friends went out and found the vehicle, got it unstuck. It was dirty. He took his dad's vehicle down to the car wash to wash the vehicle. Someone took pictures of that, didn't they? Of them washing out the vehicle?
Yeah, they took a video of it because the police seen it and they were like, it was just dirty. I'm like, no, that was being cleaned out. It's just so hard, it was immediately wiped out and cleaned out. But whenever Jose was talking to me on the phone, he told me that Braden was freaking out, saying the cops were following him and this and that. Jose mentioned his grandpa's land at that point. He told Jose he was close to his grandpa's land, and Jose said, get out and lock the doors. Why would he say that? That part's always going to throw me off. Why did he tell Braden to get out and lock the doors? Yeah, I think because we all know the police can't search your vehicle without, you know what I mean? And so, and you can hear me ask and be like, why'd you say that? I immediately was like, that's weird. But he was saying, Braden, oh wait, what was that? I forgot. But Braden was freaking out. Okay, I can't remember what I was saying because then I started.
So there were a bunch of text messages that were flying back and forth between Braden and Jose and Braden and his mom at that point in time after they got stuck.
Yeah. Yep. And so Braden was telling his mom, I have a screenshot that if you never see me again, the police got me. And that was around 6:30. But apparently his mom was on the phone with him all the way up until he ran. So that's what she said.
Wow.
There's just so much to it. Yeah.
There is so much to it. And with this whole Truesdale thing coming out too, Hunter is the one that had an appearance after Jose.
Yeah.
But he's not necessarily Braden's quote unquote brother that came out to help unstick the vehicle.
No, I don't think so. I think it was that.
So they took it to the car wash to wash the vehicle because his dad was going to be really mad at him because the car had some damage on the front end.
When I've been told there was no damage.
Right. Because he showed up at your mother's house demanding $5,000 for the damage, right?
Yeah.
And it didn't look like there was $5,000 worth of damage to the vehicle. Jose advised that he was really worried about the vehicle and was asking Braden what had happened. Jose advised that Braden just told him he did not know what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Braden told Jose, I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Jose said he was worried about the vehicle because his dad was supposed to be home on Friday and he needed to find out what happened. Jose advised that Braden did not know what happened. Again, and Jose advised that he needed to come to Hooker and speak with London to find out what happened. So Braden is supposedly pushing this off on London. Oh, she must have wrecked it.
She must have wrecked it. She probably said she took off with it when he ran. I also feel like he told Jose that she has whatever it is that Jose really wanted.
Oh my gosh. It's I want to laugh because it's so comical, but it's not comical. It's not.
It's crazy how much they lie, though.
Right. Jose advised that on Monday evening, he and Braden came to Hooker to talk to London. Jose advised that this is when he found out that London was missing and had never made it home. Jose advised that after they had talked to the police officer, so that's Robbie Wayman, on their way home, he kept asking Braden what happened, and Braden kept telling him he didn't know. Jose advised that he asked Braden where London was, and he told him he didn't know. Jose advised me that Braden Brown had gotten kicked out of his dad's home and needed a ride to Woodward to his mother's house. Jose advised that while he was giving Braden a ride to Woodward, Jose kept asking Braden what happened in London and where she was at, and that he needed to go to the police and give them a statement. Jose advised that Braden got really mad at him and then would not talk to Jose anymore.
And that's what Jose told me too. And, for the benefit of the doubt, I do believe that, because Jose called me. He was really upset on Tuesday night because I put their full names out there. And put that London was last seen with them on the runaway. He was ticked about that. And he was like, "You're going to look stupid. She's coming back. She's coming back." And then he called me I'm sorry, I was reading that. That I can't remember. I gotta quit reading the comments because it throws me off.
I'm sorry.
Well, I read the comments, but I can't remember what I was saying. But
squirrel. So yeah, they weren't talking anymore. So
like them getting mad at each other. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So then he calls me literally at 7:00 in the morning, and he's like, I need to talk to the police. Like, I think something happened in London. And that's when I said
Jose said that?
Yeah. He called me. Wow. We talked for ever. That's what made me want to drive down to Hooker to meet him, because I wanted him to go to the police. And so I do believe that about Jose, because he did call me at 7:00. He called me at 7:00 in the morning, and he told me he went to Braden. He was like, "Look, we need to go to the police. London's not showing up. We need to go to the police and tell him everything that we know." And that Braden and his mom were like, no. And that they got mad at him and they got in a fight. And that's when Jose was like, "Well, I'm calling him in the morning." And he did.
Right. And that's what this says. That's what this probable cause affidavit says. Jose advised that he told Braden that if he did not go talk to the police, Jose would go talk to the police, because he was not going to take the fall for anyone. Yeah. Jose advised that since Braden had not gone to the police, he decided to come to Hooker to speak with the police.
And that's why, Jose, this much, teeny tiny, I had some grace for Jose for calling me for that, and coming forward and all that. And so, but then he wants to lie. So
yeah, what do we do with this? What do we do with it?
What, the document, or just
what? That was the rest of the document. There's still more if you want us to look at more.
No, that's okay. You were saying, what do we do with this? And I didn't know what you were referring to.
No, what do we do with somebody who feels bad after they do something wrong? We all have to, when we do something wrong, we all have to face the consequences of our actions.
Yeah.
Jose is not without culpability in what happened to London.
Yeah. See, I'm upset with Jose for picking her up and partying with her, and I'm pretty sure the meth was his. That's what I believe. And that's where he needs to be in trouble and take accountability for that part.
Right. And the probable cause affidavit states that wasn't the first time that he had hung out with London.
Yeah.
That she had spent time with him.
I mean, if you ask Robbie Wayman and Scott Hedrick, we had asked, especially my mom had asked for extra patrol around the house just because it's like just to watch, we couldn't figure out who it was that was picking London, like that kind of thing. Or, and so we did call the police and then ask for them to circle around the house and like watch and stuff like that, so it was still without permission.
Right.
If he picked London up a few times or not, then it was actually, her leaving without permission more than once. Like, so.
We have so much more to go over. We have more documents to go over, and we need to keep this case fresh, and we need to keep London's name visible and relevant and prevalent. So I thank you so much for coming on with me tonight. What do you say we wrap this up?
Yeah, I'll keep it short this time. I have a headache too, so I'm okay.
Oh no!
Yeah.
And you were sick over the weekend too.
I had the flu, and then there was a lot of crying today when I talked to the ADA and the DA, and then I had to work late night until 7. So just kind of been an emotional day.
Well, we all appreciate you joining us and filling us in, and we're going to keep fighting for justice for London. We're not anywhere near done yet.
I definitely think that like the more we keep it going and we keep it like relevant and stuff like that, like for London, the need for justice, but not just the need for justice, but people being like, I don't like this in our community. Like, just that voice for that, because it is such a long time between now and then that I really just, I can't help but wonder if they're like just wanting it to die out or hoping it'll die out and, that kind of thing. But it was such the community support and their voices and backing us up was such an important part of getting to where I am that I need you guys still. London needs you guys still, and all the other 16-year-olds out there that could be affected by guys like this. So
yep, we are here for you. Everybody is here for you and for London, and we're going to see justice done. We are.
Yes,
there's no other choice. There's no other option.
Yeah.
All right, go enjoy. Well, I would say go rest, relax, treat your headache, and we'll see you next time.
Cuddles my dog.
Yes.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Good evening. Come and find you a seat. Grab yourself a cup of Joe and put up your feet. Let's talk about the latest news and all about true crime. We can make a difference if we put in the time. Good evening. Come and find you a seat. Grab yourself a cup of Joe and put up your feet. Let's talk about the latest news and all about true crime. We can make a difference if we put in the time. Oh, we can make a difference if we put in the time. Yeah. Good evening. Come and find you a seat. Grab yourself a cup of Joe and put up your feet. Let's talk about the latest news and all about true crime.